JC here. I want to talk to you all for just a minute. I think it's a good idea for me to talk to you about curbing expectations. I get a lot of email, a lot of correspondence, and people saying, have you seen this or can you find this? And some of these things that people are asking for, I'm thinking, I don't know what they're thinking. Yeah, I'll get a request like, okay, can you find a high-end condominium? And I want a fitness center, a swimming pool. It needs to be near a market, and I want to pay $200 a month. Okay, or can you find me a place on a beach? I want to pay $150 a month for a bungalow on the beach. I want clean water, clear water to be able to swim. I don't want any other people around. I want it to be very quiet. And it's like they want everything and want to pay nothing. And see, so that's like, I think it's utopia. And if you think utopia is over here, it really isn't. There's a trade-off to everything. Okay? Keep in mind, the things, when I say, oh, you can find this house for this much money. Well, I looked for it, and I was able to find it. And sometimes there are deals. But most of the time, if you want Thai prices, you can get what Thai people get. If you're going to read off of a Thai sign for a house for rent, or anything that's in Thai, written in Thai, is for Thai people, so you're going to get Thai standard. And that's why you're paying Thai price most of the time. So keep this in mind. Keep things in perspective. A lot of people say, oh, I could live at home for that much money. And it's like, yeah, but take everything into consideration. It's all relative. So I want to curb your expectations here. I want to show you a 2-story, 3-bedroom house. Now, this sign was in Thai, so they were looking for Thai people to rent it. Thai people's expectations are going to be different than foreigners. So I want you to see what Thai people would get. Now, this house is, like I said, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2 stories, and the price is about $166 a month. So let's see what you get for $166 if you're a Thai person, okay? Let's keep our expectations in check. Let's check it out. Okay, so some of the things you might encounter if you're renting a Thai home, or a home that is primarily going to be rented by Thai people. If you're lucky, you'll get some solid hardwood furniture, which was originally very traditional in Thai homes. It lasts forever. Very good. Now, before they started tiling is very common now. Before they started tiling, the floor was just cement. Okay, just solid cement, poured cement, and then they have this this rubberized mat in different styles. This one appears to look like wood, and so they would put this down. It wears fairly well, but you can see where the sun has now bleached it out, and where the sun didn't bleach it out, it actually, that's what it originally looked like, actually wood color, a darker wood. So that's what's on a lot of the Thai homes on their floors, to cover up the cement. Now there's mosquito screens on all the doors, because most of the time they would leave doors open and then just protect where they slept so that they wouldn't sleep with the mosquitoes, because as you probably know, once you put screens on, it inhibits the flow of air. So they would keep all the windows open without screens originally, get a good airflow, and then just sleep under a mosquito net, or screen in one room where they slept. Now this is real interesting. This is the living room area, but we have plumbing here. Okay, one line's a drain, one line's a feed. It looks like they originally had either a sink in here or a washing machine hookup. Of course, this was added in later. Let's see what else we've got. A bedroom. Again, we have the same stuff on the floor. Hardwood furniture. The frame of the bed is all hardwood. Hard to see here, but hardwood. Looks like they've put in now modern style plugs So they swapped out the electric boxes for a more modern style. Here's the old style, and the plugs used to look like this. Okay. Now the bathroom, big difference in the bathrooms. Okay, let me start here. The sink's okay. Shower, notice there's no hot water. Thais basically don't use hot water, and it's already hot, right? Now this, you can see where they replaced the squat toilet with a sit-down toilet. But you'll also notice that there's no tank. Now originally when they squat, they would fill up this, see this square box? It was a water box, and they would fill that up with water and then scoop out of that with a scoop to flush the toilet. Now they don't use the water boxes so much because after enough time they leak and stuff like that, so they just put buckets in. And the bucket will hold water, and then you just flush the toilet using the scoop. Probably more efficient that way. You only need to put in as much water as you need to flush the toilet. Now also, the old style homes didn't have water pumps, so you had to depend on the water pressure. Let's see what kind of water pressure we have. Actually, this is a two-story house downstairs, so you can see there's not a lot of pressure even downstairs. Upstairs there's probably even less. So what they do, and in case of water shortages or water outages, they have a barrel or a drum, and they'll keep that filled. And that'll be their backup water supply. In case the water goes out, they can still shower or flush the toilet or whatever they need. Anything else in here? That's a Thai-style toilet, actually a modernized Thai-style bathroom. Okay. Kitchen. Now this is interesting. Now originally they used to have a detached Thai kitchen, and they would cook away from the home to keep the smells and everything away. This has a little Thai-style kitchen. Now notice there's no screens or anything on these windows because you need good ventilation for cooking. So they put a stove probably over here by these windows so the smell could evacuate from the house. And they would cook and everything in here. There is a plug for a refrigerator. But notice there's no sink. But there is a water hookup outside. Okay, so there's a water hookup outside for a sink. I'm not sure why they didn't have water in this kitchen. A lot of times now they'll just run the drain and the water feed into the kitchens. Okay. And then a screen door. Most downstairs houses, if they're on the ground level, will also have these security bars on the windows to keep burglars and stuff, thieves out of your house. And upstairs, a lot of times they won't have them because the people have trouble climbing upstairs, the thieves do. Okay, so this is a downstairs area, and then you got the living room, little sitting area, dining room area, or water laundry area. One bedroom. Notice there's no air conditioning, okay, and no hot water in the bathroom. So you have a kitchen, a bedroom, and a bathroom. Now we're going to go upstairs. Okay. Now notice as you start to go upstairs, notice the walls. The walls are wooden. Okay, we'll talk about that in just a second. So you go upstairs again, they have this on the floor, probably because the old wooden floors need to be refinished. Well, actually they were pretty nice. You can't see them in the video, but they actually look pretty nice. Looks like another sitting area. Actually, this was probably the prayer area because you can see they have a little stand on the wall here, a little place to put your shrines and stuff to pray. Notice it's above you, so the Buddha and everybody, or something for the relatives would be up there, pictures of the old deceased relatives that they would give offerings to. So that's probably where they'd hang out and pray. Another bedroom. Again, notice the walls. This is Thai style. They didn't have drywall and stuff on the walls inside, which allows more ventilation throughout the rooms, throughout the house. But also, One of the good things is you can place little nails everywhere and hang stuff. It's real easy to hang stuff up. All right. So this is another bedroom upstairs, all wooden floors. In fact, originally this house might have been just the upstairs portion, and they added all that, blocked it in downstairs, and poured the cement for flooring, and then they had a two-story house, as opposed to just one story off the ground. Another bathroom upstairs. Again, they've converted the toilet, added a bucket. Again, no hot water heater. Let's see what kind of pressure we have. City water pressure in Chiang Mai. Actually, there is some water coming out upstairs. Probably not enough to power a hot water heater because there's got to be enough pressure to go through it. But you can always add a water tank and a pump. Oh, this is a big bedroom, the master bedroom. Actually, this one comes with a dressing table, a little wardrobe, lots of windows. Thai-style homes have lots of ventilation. And because the walls are wood, it doesn't hold a lot of heat at night. So if you got good ventilation and wooden walls, at night it cools off pretty nice. Okay, and again, solid teak bed frame. And there's another little bed over here, so you can keep the kids with you or whatever. A lot of families sleep together. In fact, this house could probably hold a couple families. So, I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. Probably not. So there's your tour of a Thai home, a house that's going to be rented primarily to Thai people. So if you're looking for a Category 1 budget and you're looking for accommodations and you got somebody that can find a sign for you that says for rent in Thai, this is sort of what you could expect for a Category 1 budget. It'll be inexpensive. You won't have all the modern conveniences, but hey, you got space, you got everything else you need, right? And you can add on. They won't mind if you wanted air conditioner in like the downstairs bedroom because it's got cement walls. Be able to put an air conditioner in there. They wouldn't have a problem with that, most people. In fact, it's an upgrade to their house. A hot water heater, add in a hot water heater. You just got to add an electrical cutoff and a ground, and you can hook up hot water in the bathroom. So these things you can add on and upgrade as needed. But there you go. I hope that's been helpful. Keep your expectations in check, okay? There you go. Anyway, hope it's been helpful. Remember, when it comes to accommodations in Thailand, there's always an option.